Hello everyone, this is Kay here. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you doing that, and I really appreciate all of those people who have subscribed. I'm just so grateful. Thank you very, very much. If you like what you see today, please give me a thumbs up. That would help grow my channel. Make a comment, that would even grow my channel even more. So please try and do that. That would be lovely. Today I'm going to be doing some tags for my Faerie Journal, and I have started this Faerie Journal because I thought that I've already shown people how to do a cover from a cardboard box before, and if this is something similar, I just used a manila folder, we call them here in Australia, which is like a file folder that other people use. So what I did with the manila folder was just fold it in half that way, and created a spine an inch wide. As you can see, I covered it in fabric, and then I covered the top with this beautiful paper from Graphic 45 called Fairy Wings. And I got that from Crafty Divas in Victoria. Because I wanted to keep the wings, this was sort of hanging over the side, I needed to make sure it was secure, so I just cut out a circle as well to balance it from behind, and use some foam dots inside there to make it join together. So inside, there's the inside already that I've already covered with some paper from my stash, and there's the back of the circle that I used for this here. My voice sounds really terrible, so I'm so sorry about that. Excuse me a minute, I'm just going to have a drink of water. I had one before I started, but obviously it wasn't enough. And then I took another file folder and I just cut half of it off and folded it up again. And this is going to be a pocket. And I attached it to this side using a 1.5 inch piece of manila fold, again folded in half, so you've got 3/4 there of an inch there and 3/4 of an inch there, so it attaches to the outside of the folder. But I haven't quite worked out how to make that sit down. I've got to think about it. So I'm going to make 2 signatures, and they're both exactly the same, so I'm just going to show one of you. There's another page from the Fairy Wings Graphic 45, so I've just used some photocopy paper, some papers from a stash, a book that I shared a while ago on my Secondhand Sunday about fairy book, a secondhand card that I got from a stationery set from an op shop. That's another page. It reflects the page here, so they're similar pages, though there's a continuity between all the pages. Some butterfly paper, writing paper, because butterflies and fairies go together. A page out of the fairy book, the same as that one, with the coloured illustration at this time. Photocopy paper, an envelope. So what I did with the envelope was that belonged there like that. Well, the other way around. So what I do is cut it off and stuck it on a piece of paper and put the paper in there, because that way you can see both sides of the beautiful butterflies on the envelope. So whether it's that way or that way doesn't really matter. I'm just going to put it there. I haven't sewn anything in just yet because I'm just waiting to see. And then another bit of scrapbooking paper for the middle. And the other one's exactly the same, except for the middle bit. It's got that paper the same as that one there. So there's 2 signatures to go in there. So, and there's the back. So I'm just going to probably put some lace on that, but I might do that after I've worked out to do the sewing, because I've only sewn once, but I'm waiting for an awl to come. Oh, my voice sounds terrible. So sorry about that. I've cut my tags already. You're thinking, oh, terrible colours, Kate, but it doesn't make any difference because I'm going to cover over them, and I probably won't share all of them together. Just going to do probably 1 or 2 today. So I've cut some paper from the collection that I had left over from the front cover. So I've got some of that, some purple from my stash, just to sort of give it a bit of a break from the pattern paper. Some green to go matching with that, also from the collection. Some text from the fairy books that I had inside the journal, so it's all together. Some words, because there weren't very many words in this collection, I just stamped a few here. I've got a stamp that says make a wish, but these are stamped with individual stamps. I think they're Tim Holtz ones that I've had for ages. And I've also got some words and things like that from a collection from, I'm not too sure what was called, Enchanted, perhaps from Kaisercraft. It's a very old collection anyway, so I've got those there if I wanted them as well. So let's see how we go. I think I'm even struggling with my voice lately, so I'm not too sure what's going on. So I was watching Tracy Fox on YouTube, and she made some tags, and if you're making your own collage, and she was using straight edges, I quite like that style myself. So she said start off with the big bits first. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start off with the big bits first, and I'm going to use, every time I film this I forget to do my glue before I see you. Sorry, I'm so sorry. There's nothing more annoying than watching somebody who's not organised. Sorry. So hopefully this will flow, because it's a bit warm today. It's going to be 35 in Adelaide today, and my husband went for a long walk and he came back and he said it was a bit hot out there. So, and that was at what time? 9 o'clock this morning. It was already hot. So it doesn't matter if it goes over the edge, because I can always fix that up later. You need to have, Tracy Fox was saying that it's a good idea to have something that flows across all the tags to make them coherent with what you're doing, so rather than doing all different ones. So I'm going to try and do the same things for all of them. Tracy actually used she used an old book for hers, and so she did different flowers and things like that, and different words, and I think it was a herb book that she used. So hers were like, the flowers are different, but she had it consistent with the words that she used, the text that she used. So I'm going to try hard not to mess this up too much and have a bit of a coherence going on here. I hope you've all been doing some crafting lately and been enjoying your projects. There's so many things you could make. It's just, people out there are very talented with what they make, and I'm always in awe of some people's work, and just really fabulous, the things they make. Not just journals, but jewellery, or what I call off the page projects, where you're creating things like boxes or 3D things. It's just clever, very clever. Quite like, this is like a collage, and I quite like collaging. It's just something haven't been doing very long, and started collaging, and then took step into making journals, and really enjoyed making the journals. It's just, I probably shouldn't have done that. I'll put that one up there. It's too big. I should have cut it first. Really like making journals. I find it quite, it's challenging, and it's time consuming, but it's another thing for me to do besides just card making, which is good. Let's put Oh, stuck. So, wonder what kind of things that you like to do. I've just probably overthought that one, and I haven't done that one very well, really. So probably should have had something there. Maybe I should have got some music text or something, or some different text. So I might just do that. Might cut. This is from the collection as well. Might just cut a bit of that off into threes, maybe, just to add a bit of another point of interest. What kind of things do you like to craft? Do you like make cards or journals or collage? Or be interested to find out what you do and what you like to do. What's your favourite thing to do? I don't know if I've got a favourite. I just quite like making, and it's been really helpful to have something like this when you're during lockdown and not going out very far. And it's been good. I think a lot of people have been in the same boat, just haven't gone very far and have chosen to do something inside. I think the whole idea of what they call slow cooking has come back, and I'm just going to let that dry because I'm going to do that side as well. So I'm just going to let it dry before I cut anything off. I'm just going to put them to one side while I finish off these two. It's really interesting. Like last year I was trying to find some Australian YouTubers. Couldn't find any for a while, and I can't remember now how I found Julie from Art and Junk Journals with Julie. And I found her, and then from her channel I've managed to find quite a few Australians now, so there's quite a few Australians that I follow, which has been good. I think it's because sometimes when you're from the same country, sometimes you can relate to what they're talking about. But I think we've all got the same issues with COVID and the restrictions and lack of coordination and information, all of those kind of things. But never mind. One good thing is that tomorrow school's been back in South Australia for what they call reception, which are the 5-year-olds. And then 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, the year 7s and 8s, which is about 12, 11, 13, 14-year-olds. They've been back as well, and so have the older kids in what they call year 12, which is the last year at school here in South Australia, before they go off to uni. That's what they want to do. But this week, all the other kids can go back. So I've had one grandson who's been able to go to school, the other one and do his classes, and the other one, because he's a year 2 now, has been able to go to school because his parents are essential workers, but has just been sort of looked after and has done some learning, but not like specific learning like you do in a classroom. Well, his classes start back, so everybody else has gone to school, but not proper, not in their classes, will start doing that this week. So, I mean, it's not a my youngest daughter was telling me he was pretty excited about doing that, so that's great. I like it when kids get excited about being at school. That was actually my job before I retired. I was a teacher of young kids, and something I really enjoyed doing, and it brought me a lot of satisfaction and joy, especially when you see the penny drop for some of them, and you think, oh, and they finally get what it is that you're trying to teach them. And some kids pick it up really quickly, but other kids it takes them a while, and when you can see the penny drop, it's just really satisfying. So after a long time of being a teacher, I then became an assistant principal, and then my last job was as a deputy principal, but I had to stop because I'm getting sick all the time. So thank heavens super scheme that I was in would let me do that. And then I found how to make cards, and so that was about over 11 years ago now, and I've really enjoyed making cards, and now I've just started doing this other collaging and creating and doing all sorts of really enjoyable things. So, and it's funny because I always thought that I never had a creative bone in my body, and it was my sister who did the arts and things like that at school, whereas I didn't do those. I did the languages and other things like that. 3 years of Latin. The only thing I enjoyed about doing Latin was the history part of it. It's a bit dry, Latin, but sadly, I still can remember how to say the first ones we had to learn, like I love, you love, he loves, you love, they love, conjugate the verbs, and it's sad that I know how to still say that, nothing else. So if you gave me a Latin book, I probably would struggle, but a lot of our words do come from the Latin, and I think that that you would pick up the general gist of it sometimes. I think just need a bit of something across here now, a bit of purple maybe. So again, I'm going to leave those to dry. Oh, I've missed a bit here. Just needs a bit more text, I think. A thin bit of text. Okay, so that's 4 or 5 I've made, just the front of it. I'm going to do the back off camera, but there is something that perhaps you can help me with my journal. Have you got any ideas how I can fix that down? I want to be able to be a flip out, flap out, so I want to have something there as well, but it needs to be able to be flip out, flap out. So if you've got any ideas, that would be really great. I need to probably glue that down. And then I've got this notepad that I'm not too sure whether I want to put there or there. I haven't decided that. So, and then I've got an envelope that I want to put in as well, for just to add another element of a pocket or something like that. So again, I don't know where to put that. That's got to be trimmed down and decorated. I don't know where to put that there or there. So I've got 3 things for you to help me with, please. How do I fix that down so it can lift up and down reasonably easy? Should I put the writing paper there or there? Because the journal's going to go there, like that. And then whether I should put it like that with the envelope. Sorry, like that. Or like that. So it lifts up like that. Or the other way around. So if you can help me out, that'd be really great, please. That'd be lovely. Thank you very much. And I want to say thank you very much for joining me today. I'm sorry about my voice. I don't know what's going on with it. I sounded hoarse yesterday, and today I thought I sounded all right. And that's why I started doing this, and it hasn't worked out all right at all. So please give me a thumbs up and make a comment. And while I'm here, can these people please contact me, because they haven't contacted me. Yanni White, is that how you're saying your name? Yanni White. And Eileen Till, can you please contact me? My email address is on the video where I announce the winners for the giveaway. And also I'll give you a prize. I will give you another couple of days till the end of this week, which will be over a week then. And then if I haven't heard from you, then I will have to make a redraw, because it's not fair that the other people miss out if you're not contacting me. That'd be really great if you did that. So thank you very much for joining me today. And I hope that you've enjoyed what I've seen. Take care. Look after yourselves. Bye-bye.